Whoa!
Yeah, answer that out. Well, since you're here, let's give you a tour of hazardous waste.
All right, let's do it.
Good? All right. Wow.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you for watching another one of these Antarctica job videos. You're watching the hazardous waste edition. So there's two different types of waste. I showed you the solid waste one, and now we're going to cover the hazardous waste. I have Chris here to help me out, my good friend down here. He's going to give us a little tour and tell you about hazardous waste.
Welcome to the land of hazardous waste. This is our office. We have our lovely break room right here. So we get our snacks, which we take very serious. Our office supplies in there, very, very nice. We have desk number 1, that's mine, and desk number 2 over there is Dylan's. Hazardous waste identification sheet, or HWIZ.
What's that for?
This is when you have hazardous waste from your work center. You fill out this form and it has this fancy number up there, HM, hazardous material, and that little number gets put on the material and then gets processed here at the Haz Yard, gets put in a fancy mill van, and then shipped off on vessel to Port Hueneme, California, where vendors will pick up our hazardous waste.
Got a nice, lovely couch here. So when you have people come in, either extra people to come guests to sit down and talk or whatever on break. Hey!
Illegal.
What's up? Hey Chris, all right, so where are we at right now?
Well, we are in our processing room. We have 2 processing rooms, and we'll take you to the tent in a little bit. And this unit here that you see around it is actually the heater. So it will melt the snow that you see in there, and then we'll pump that into another drum to make it a complete drum.
Cool.
They get fancy stickers on here. This is classification of what it is and where it goes.
So right now we got Dylan working, doing the elbow grease series, putting fuel, consolidating it into one container. He'll explain the process, kind of what he's doing and what happens to all these containers when they go through them.
Hello, yeah, my name is Dylan. This is Haz Waste. So we have a bunch of drums here. They're called empty drums. There is still a little bit in them, so what we have to do is take the caps off, pour what's left into a bucket, and then we pour what's in the bucket into our console drum. So we're filling one drum up from all the empty drums, basically is what we're doing. And then the empties get tagged as empty, last contain fuel. They go out into their own mill van, and then if it's got fuel in it, it just goes into a different mill van container, shipped out as waste fuel. Oil goes into its own oil console, which is over there.
So oil has its own
glycol console. So yeah, empties still get shipped out.
And then you said what happens to the empty ones? The empty ones go out, and then you said they probably get maybe resold or cleaned out?
Yeah,
possibly.
The vendors will buy them, and if they're still good drums, they'll probably reuse them.
Okay.
Clean them and reuse them. If not, then they get crushed or whatever. Like this is a pretty old one.
Yeah, see, that's a little rusty one.
Get crushed. But these red ones are still pretty new. So.
And then this process is the same for every other liquid?
Yes.
So
yeah, but every depending on what it is, it has its own category. So oil has a category, fuel has a category.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of other ones. We can weigh the drums in here. We have a scale on our floor.
Right here?
Yep. So this is our drum scale. We just wheel the drums up onto this scale.
Yeah. Oh, it says it right there, huh?
So then we can know
That's
what
sweet.
the drum weight is. And then they get shoved outside, put the mill van. Well, we got to tag them, label them.
Yeah, make sure it's all proper for labeling.
Yep.
And obviously everybody knows, as they saw my previous solid waste video, they know everything's separated, so you guys are even more, everything more strict because it's hazardous waste.
There is a lot more attention to detail here than there is in solid.
Yeah.
Solid, they can just throw it in a box, close it up, and put
Yeah.
it away. We have to make sure that it's tagged, labeled, and a number, correspondence.
How long have you been coming down?
I've been coming down 10 summers.
10 summers?
My 6th winter.
10 summers and 6
This is my
winters.
first time working at Hazardous.
So yeah, he's done 16 total seasons. I guess you could say it's pretty crazy.
And this,
all right, what's this? Yeah, let's
this is the
take a shower, huh?
We call it the spa.
Why you call it the spa?
Because you're going to want one after you take take a shower. All the water up there is freezing cold. So
It's just so.
fun.
This is obviously if you get hazardous waste spilled on you, right?
Yep.
So.
Exactly.
Yep. It's to the extreme edition because I've never seen one this extreme, honestly.
This is
What is this?
laboratory.
A lab.
Where we test a lot of chemicals and figure out what they are, and then we will lab pack them, basically into a drum with a lot of vermiculite. This is this random odds and ends of things. You can see over here that we have quite a bit. And believe it or not, we even have lava lamps. Can you believe that? This is hazardous
wow,
waste.
I'm surprised you.
It's a silly little wax in there that is unfun to swallow.
So basically, here, are you testing anything?
Oh, not right now, no. But
do you test?
We will test things if we're unclear to see the pH level or acidity level, etc.
Those are for marking?
Marking drums or whatnot. That's our level A suit
For extreme.
for extreme hazardous waste spills.
Can you give an example?
Say we enter a building, we don't know what it is, and there's bodies on the ground.
Okay. You went all the way there. That's pretty hard.
When it hits the fan.
Yeah.
But it's our supplies. We got our Tyveks in here and
Got all
stuff.
our
some
suits and
safety
gloves
stuff,
and
our
respirators.
Cool. All our fancy stickers. Blah blah blah. This is what we'll wear if we have to go out on the boat to throw a boom.
Okay. So if the boat spills.
Yeah, the boat starts spilling or the fuel tanker, etc.
Nice. All right, we are outside now, outside of the hazardous waste building. What are all these?
So these are drums, like I was talking about before. These will enter the processing. They are the beginning of the processing stage. So we'll bring them into the bay there and then label them with the fancy stickers.
Are these all full or empty?
These are all full.
Yeah. We're going to this big tent right over here.
Big tent. Not like camping.
So this whole entire area though, see here, it's all hazardous waste right here, right?
Yeah, so all the mill vans,
all those vans
have different categories of hazardous waste. And you can see the drums there that are placed outside. So after they're processed inside, we will line them up to load them into the mill van.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this.
So this is more processing as well. We'll use this area to process. Tri-walls on the drums in the back. There'll be batteries in there to caulk, tubing, etc. We got light bulbs over there, fluorescents and such. Batteries go into the, you can see here, these would be considered a battery tote. We'll have to pull these out and tape terminals and then load them back in.
Acid debris, fuely debris, contaminated empty containers. Is this just all contaminated?
Yep.
Petrols and all that?
Yeah, petrols, oil.
For the debris?
This is the start of one. What we'll do is we'll put pads down in vermiculite so as through transport, if any leaks out whatnot, it will be absorbed by those. The big difference about Antarctica hazardous waste is that some things in the States might not be considered hazardous waste, but the fact of that they leave McMurdo, go to New Zealand, and then on to Port Wainui is that we cross international lines, so we need to keep track of certain things. So like light bulbs and batteries and such might not necessarily be hazardous waste at home, but here they are.
So could you tell me a little bit about the summer versus the winter? I don't know if you could talk about like the schedules and hours. So
right now in the winter months we have 2 people in solid waste and 2 people in hazardous waste. We have spilled team responsibility, which is 1 person takes a pager for a week of the month. That means no drinking, and you have to be in radio contact, as in also you can't leave town, you can't go to Scott Base, etc. That would be the same rules in the summer. In the summer, we more than double our personnel in hazardous waste and solid waste. Our hours are 7:30 to 5:30, but again, with spill, we are 24/7. So if there's a spill at 2 in the morning, 6 in the morning, we have to respond.
All right, that is hazardous waste, guys. Before we leave, though, Chris, go ahead.
I'd like to give a shout out to Amelie, my daughter. I'm here, I'm working hard, sweetie, and I'm protecting the environment, and I'll be home soon. Firehouse, I received the spill call, I'm on my way.
From me and Chris. Oh. Where'd he go? From me and Chris, guys, thanks a lot.
Thanks, you guys.
Hazardous Waste is out. Antarctica. Bye.